Hello Reformers, and welcome back to Perisno 0.6. Now, when we left off, we had successfully captured Freysing, and I have only started recording here as we currently have Baron Mleza coming to attempt to take it back from us. Now, I have headed to Yerbay Castle, and I took out all of our prisoners there. Of course, we cannot see it as it is nighttime, and our spotting skill is a little bit too low for that, but rest assured I took 23 of our prisoners and sold them to the Ransom Broker currently in the tavern at Freysing, and he gave us, I believe, around 3,800, maybe 3,900 dinars for that, and that is very nice indeed, so that we now have 8,200, which is great, so we should be able to pay, we are actually 200 orums short of our target for this week. However, I do believe we have around maybe 1,000 to 2,000 in our treasury. So maybe if we are indeed in need, then we will have no problems whatsoever in heading to our treasury and taking some out. So what I will be doing is commencing myself to wait here for a little bit. And oh my! This is very good, isn't it? Oh yes, we are so pleased that King Ingveld has come to his senses, I suppose, and has decided to confer Freysing upon us. So we will be accepting that honor, that is for sure. And now I can, I suppose, continue to garrison it as I would if I had owned it previously. So I will wait until this fellow heads into... Okay. I think they are our vassals. Yes, they are the Valahir clan vassals, thank goodness. They are not part of the Reich, which is good, and we will now be placing some of these units in the garrison, or okay, I think what I will do is cut away here, and rest assured I will be placing all of these units in the garrison, and then I will come back at a later time when I do cut back eventually with a couple more recruits from Valahir lands, and I will place them in here instead, and hopefully they will be enough to be able to defend Freysing until we are able to proceed with an additional battle and maybe level up a couple of them along the way. Of course, I am going to switch the trainers, which our constable is currently in charge of, to train units at Freysing once I have successfully recruited quite a few of the volunteers from Valahir clan territory. So I will be cutting away, and I will see you hopefully very soon. Okay, so just a small note that I believe the peace agreement between Macavia and the Valahir clan has now been made, and we gained a small amount of right to rule. Okay, so I thought this would be a good time to cut back as we have our weekly budget report. Now, as you can see, we are currently gaining 1,000 orums per week, which is great because I thought we were going to have quite a few issues with our wages. As you can see, wages for Freysing is now 3,154. Ouch. Well, that is mainly due to, of course, all of our high-tier cavalry units being stationed there, as well as a couple of other things, and we have some recruits from the Valahir lands, as you can see here. Valahir thralls, 57 of them to be exact, and 10 of them have actually leveled up already, so that is good. Now, as you can see, I have taken some of your advice in the comments section, and one of you mentioned that you can get some slaves from the Ransom Broker, and I did actually mean to do that quite a few episodes ago, but it continued to slip my mind. So thankfully, we have been able to do just that, and we have a couple here that have already leveled up due to our trainer skill. And as you can see, we have some trained slaves here, so I can only imagine what they are going to become later down the line. So, as you see here as well, we have a huge amount of archers, as I believe these will definitely come in handy for when we want to siege the next target that we have, as they will make it a lot easier for us to think tactically and indeed not lose too many units in the process. So, we have our Perisno priests and clerics, we have some Illica Falki units, and we have some Macavian Myrmidons as well, which are very nice units, Divine Eathlings, and surprisingly enough, we have no Valahir clan units, which is a little strange. Well, I think what I will be doing for this particular episode is attempting to potentially get a couple of battles with the Reich des Drachen, and hopefully pronounced that correctly. But yes, other than that, I would like to earn a lot of experience, and maybe we'll actually go into Slesk here and see what we can do with that. Because as you see, so this particular patrol thinks that it can take us, and it probably is right, because as you can see here, it has one demon priest. Now I know what you're thinking, one demon priest, that's not really a lot, but I do get a little bit afraid of those demon priests. They are rather considerable. And as a result, I will be moving these slaves down here, because they did cost me quite a bit, and I would like to make sure that they stay alive, and they will get the XP from Trainer, and of course the major XP that we will get from the battle afterwards. So, I think this should be okay. Should it? Well, if it isn't, then we will just take it on our shoulders. Okay, let's do it. Oh, it appears that he is actually running from us. So, yes, you all die here. Yes, you're going to die here. Yes, you are. Okay, so, we have 128, and as you saw, they have 105. So, now, many of you have stated in the comments that I should get Scout, or shall we say Striker, a wife, and that is exactly what I attempted to do in the very beginning of the new series of Perisno, the 0.6 series, and unfortunately it appears that maybe due to the fact that I exported him, we are not able to take a wife this early on in the game, or at least that is what I was led to believe. And maybe now that we have taken a couple of fiefs and we have established ourselves as potentially being a rather rugged warrior, we may indeed be able to impress some of the vassals of the realm to enable us to marry their sisters, or indeed marry their daughters. But you never know. We may not be able to, but we will definitely try. So I think once we have leveled up our slaves a little bit more, and also leveled up these Elvery archers that we have here. Oh, actually, yes, Elvery recruits, because the rangers are rather significantly leveled already, but nevertheless we have a rather significant archer advantage, as a slave was just killed. I thought I placed those at the bottom of our list, but apparently because of my battle size increase, every one of our units has been, well, nearly every one of our units has been introduced into the fight. So, yes, I suppose we have to deal with that a little bit. Now, I will be moving our infantry a little bit closer, and as well as our archers. What is that? That looks like a very thin horse to me. Well, thought it was a skeleton horse for a minute there. Okay, so our infantry is probably going to get taken out quite soon if our enemies have a lot of projectile-based units, as those fellows over there only have two-handed axes to protect them, and a couple of slaves as well do not have any shields. So we will be moving our archers a little bit closer and charging our infantry and our cavalry in, and we will see how we fare against the patrol in question. I am just thankful that the enemy did not see fit to charge us first, because I can only imagine that we would have quite a few more casualties than I would like. And, oh my, where are we? Oh, I seem to have misplaced my own self here. Ah, there we are. We are taking one down already. Wow, he must have been injured by some of our archers. That was a very nice attack right there. And our archers seem to be doing a reasonable job as well, because usually I don't really rely on archers that much, and it's a nice change to be able to do so. And I will try to swing at as many units as we can and get quite a bit of... ouch. Yes, quite a bit of experience and hopefully not die. Oh my goodness, I took a lot of damage in a very short space of time there. That was not very pleasing, to say the least. But it appears that most of the units I'm taking on at the moment have been injured rather severely by our overwhelming archer numbers. But thankfully enough, we seem to be alright, and we are not getting taken out, thankfully. And this fellow was able to escape, which is rather unfortunate, just as I had swung at him. So yes, nevertheless, he is lucky enough to escape our wrath, and we have gained 11 renown and 24 morale. So that is wonderful, and as you can see, they did have a rather large contingent of prisoners, so we can rescue those. We do have 6 spaces, so this will be rather nice, and it just depends on what we want to take. Wolf Knights are always going to be a good thing to take. And Knights of the Eagle, of course, and they have a couple of Valahir land units, but I will be taking the Knights first, and then we will be taking these fellows because they are very close to becoming Huskarls and Hersiers, which is very good, and we will take these as well, even though these might become Knights, I think. It's just that my weekly cost in Orums is already incredibly high, and I really don't want to increase it much more, but I suppose it is only 9 increase. Well, let's just take these, and, well, actually, we can only take 1, and it does become a Wolf Squire, and then it will become, I suppose, a Wolf Knight. So I think that's okay, we may as well. These Eagle Pilgrims, I do not know whether they increase into Knights. I do not believe so, or at least in 0.5 that was the case. Maybe they have changed it, but nevertheless, I will be taking these enemies and capturing them, and hopefully the Ransom Broker at Freysing is still there, so we will be able to take advantage of his amazing wealth and hopefully transfer some of it to ourselves. Yes, that would be rather nice. And we will now be leaving the rest of the items there. So Celeste Castle does only have around 215 units, and that's not too bad, I have to say. And it appears that King Ingveld is holding a feast, which might be something that we want to go to be honest. However, I don't know. To find a wife, it might be a good idea, but yes, maybe we will. So, yes, that's all I need to know, thank you. I want to sell all the prisoners. 1,100 already! Wow, that is pretty nice, I must admit. And I don't want to do anything else with him. Now, anything else? No. Okay, so let's just take a look at our composition at the moment. Oh, yes, we have gained another priest, and it appears that most of the time when I am able to level up a Perisno priest into a holy priest, they always get taken down. So hopefully this time it will not be that way, and we will be able to sustain them as best we can. So I'm thinking maybe it would be a good idea to head over to Valahir lands and maybe even participate in the feast. So what I will be doing is cutting away, and on my way there, if we encounter anything, I will of course cut back for any particular battle, and if not, then I suppose we should all cross our fingers for some ladies at the party. Okay, so we have arrived here at Grund, and as you can see, the feast is still going on, or at least I hope it is, as it took me quite a while to get here, and I believed there was actually a tournament going on, but unfortunately, because I was a little low in HP, as you can see here, I was not able to rejuvenate myself in time. So, instead, we will be heading into the feast, and hopefully being able to speak to one of the lovely ladies of the Valahir clan, and maybe, okay, it appears that there aren't any ladies here, unfortunately. However, we could speak to the king, and hopefully get some, yes, nice relation increase right there, which is very good. And I'm thinking now, shall we ask him something? I have great respect for your lineage. Or what would it take to cement a lasting alliance with your house? Not entirely sure which one. How about this one? But would you really risk straining our friendship by entering into a formal partnership? Let me serve your family. Ah. So that is more of a servant? Or more of some sort of bodyguard, perhaps? Maybe that is the idea. So what about the other option? Ah, yes. I do not even know whether he has any children, to be honest. But let's take a look. We could actually find some ladies, perhaps. And let's just see here. Grindra. Okay. And what about Annie? Grinda as well. Okay, so seeing as 2 of them are already there, I will be heading over there, and we will see what we can do. So let's really quickly leave here, and Grinda is over here. So let's rush as best we can. And, oh, yes, our constable is doing a great job at leveling up our Valahir clan units over there. And it appears that Agathor Krex of Macavia has taken ownership of Fiorechen. Okay. Well, let us head into the castle now, and it appears that we do have some ladies here. So, yes, we may have an opportunity to court one of them. However, I do believe that many of these ladies here are actually the spouses, or indeed the daughters, maybe, that are already married to other vassals of the Valahir clan. So let us... Ah, yes, as you can see here, my husband, Atheling Regier, has spoken highly of you. I am delighted to make your acquaintance. So, yeah, we might be having a couple of issues here in finding a wife. However, we could potentially try to steal one of them, which might not even be possible, so yes, we might have to... Oh, my father! Aha! She is maybe your uncle? Aha! Okay, she has two uncles, she has a mother, she has an aunt. Aha! This might be the one, everyone. Let's try it, shall we? Okay, may I have the honor of knowing more about you? I am daughter. Aha! Oh yes, now if you'll excuse me. Oh no, maybe she's not really very pleased with talking about us. Oh, okay. Oh yes, I knew it. Oh, okay. Oh yes, I really must be going. Oh no. Well, -2. Yes, -2. Does she have a sister? Unlikely, isn't it? Yes. Your cousin? Aha, she has a cousin. 2 cousins. Oh my goodness. Okay. Where is she? It is said that she is an adventurous person. I have not heard any news about her. Aha. Well, who is this? I don't look familiar, how dare you? Okay, wait a minute. Who is this? Your niece? Okay, she is the aunt of Lady Annie, which is actually right next to us here. But I would like to try to find Lady Ela, potentially, because she is the cousin of Lady Annie, and maybe she would be willing to take a risk on an adventurous sort. Now, attempt to visit a lady, yeah, that's really not going to help us out too much here, because she's not necessarily liking us that much, so I will leave her alone, and we will try our best to woo someone else. So, let's actually... Oh, okay. Another vassal making his way to Grinda by the looks of things. So Alnar Castle is where she is currently stationed. So hopefully we will have caught up with her and we'll be able to speak and hopefully make sure that we are the most attractive looking we can. I mean, who wouldn't want to marry this fellow? Oh yes. Okay, so... Oh. It appears that she may even not be here yet. So let's see. Oh no. Your daughter. I have not heard any news about her, but where is she? I want to know the location. Has she moved? It's currently at Alnar. I am here, though. Oh, no. Well, it appears that potentially what has occurred here is because we are so early on in the game that many of the relatives may not have spawned in just yet. So I'm thinking we will leave it for now, and maybe at a later time when I am able to check off screen, we may be able to find Lady Ela and try to woo her, I suppose. So yes, for now I will be heading back to Freysing, and then we will maybe be able to participate in some further battles. However, I will be ending this episode off here, and next time on Perisno 0.6, oh my, look at this! King Ingveld has actually abandoned one of our vassals, or at least he has removed all of his fiefs from him and cast him into exile with the Kingdom of Tolrania. As you can see here, recent messages. By order of King Ingveld, Lord Sigmund of the Valahir clan has been indicted for treason. The Lord has been stripped of all his properties and has fled for his life. Oh my, what did he do wrong? Oh my, we must try to avoid a similar situation from occurring, but there we are anyway. He is actually gone into exile with the Kingdom of Tolrania. Oh my goodness. Well, there we are. That will be it for this episode. And as I was saying, next time on Perisno, hopefully Lady Ela or Ella will have respawned, or at least spawned somewhere, and we will be able to speak to her. However, if that is not the case, then we will hopefully... Whoa. That might be an idea, actually. Next time we'll try and take these guys on, I suppose. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.